Hi, welcome to Homeschool Advice with Laura Geis. I'm Laura Geis, author of the Homeschool Toolkit and founder of homeschooladviceonline.com. This week's question is, at last year's homeschool convention, I felt rushed. I didn't have enough time to see and do everything I wanted. Do you have any tips? Well, here are 5 tips to save you time at a homeschool convention. Tip number 1. You need to have in the back of your mind a phrase something like, I'm sorry, but I don't think fill in the blank is the right product for me. Sometimes as you're going through the exhibit hall, a very energetic exhibitor will give you a long spiel about how their curriculum is perfect for you when you know from the first sentence or the first look at the product that it's not right for you. So I like to politely interrupt and say, I'm sorry, but I don't think fill in the blank is the right product for me. That phrase has saved me a lot of time. Tip number 2 is to eavesdrop. Sometimes you really do have a question that you want to ask one of the vendors and they're busy serving everybody else. So what I like to do is listen in, and usually I will get my question answered because most of us have the same questions and that's what they're talking about with other customers. If not, I still recommend that you wait in line, wait your turn, because if you leave and try to come back, you'll just start all over waiting in the line again. So be a good eavesdropper. Tip number 3 is eat at off-peak times. If you're going to eat at the convention or at a restaurant near the convention, beware of trying to do it during the hours that the convention has set aside for lunch. The lines are crazy long. Instead, what my husband and I like to do is we pack a light snack, wait till the lunch rush is over, and then get in line to have a meal. Usually we don't have a line at that point. We also follow this advice a little bit if we're wanting to get in with a certain vendor. If you wait until a workshop is going on, the exhibit hall clears out and you can usually talk to whomever you're wanting to talk to. Now, if you're worried about missing a workshop, most conventions have those workshops available on a digital download or a CD that you can purchase before you leave the convention. Tip number 4 is don't try to do it all. If you have a first grader, do you really need to check all the booths that talk about the great colleges in your state? No, you don't need to visit every booth, so don't try to do it all. Tip number 5 is stick to your list. Before you go to the convention, write down which workshops you want to make sure that you attend, which curriculum you want to look at, and do those things first. And then if there's time for the other stuff, fine. But work from your list first. In my book, The Homeschool Toolkit, I talk about how to make a personalized plan for each of your students and write down which curriculum you want to look at. So I suggest you take that with you and work from that list as you go through the exhibit hall. If a new plan book is on your wish list, I can save you some time. Simply visit www.homeschooladviceonline.com and I'll share with you details on how you may receive a free homeschool plan book. I hope this serves you. See you next week.